Welcome to 6 African Trade Talks, the show that brings you closer to the intra-Africa trade business world. Today our guest is Andrew Benning, CEO of Inkanyezi Events, representative of the BRICS and Emerging Markets MICE Cooperation Forum. Andrew, welcome. How are you?
Thank you, Chad. I'm fine, thanks. And how are you today?
I'm very well. Good to hear from you. Andrew, tell us about your company and involvement in the intra-Africa Trade Fair.
Chad, thank you. Thank you for having me on your show today. So I represent a small business called Inkanyezi, as you have introduced me by. And we are also a small group of entrepreneurs. We would call ourselves a marketing and corporate communications company, but we also focus on trade shows and special events. And so we are regarded as an organizer in the trade show sector. And I think our involvement in the past, particularly in the automotive sector, has led us to be involved in the Intra-African Trade Fair taking place now in Durban, South Africa, with a particular focus on the automotive sector. So that's our business, a group of entrepreneurs, and excited to be involved in the Intra-African Trade Fair.
Interesting times. Thank you very much for sharing. Who is participating in the automotive trade show and why?
So obviously automotive companies who are looking to expand their business into Africa are participating. We tend to have two kind of groups of organizations taking part, those who are in the aftermarket, who would provide a product to the automotive sector in the aftermarket. But I think more of a focus for the automotive sector at the IATF are companies, assemblers, manufacturers of automotive components who are looking to expand the opportunities into other parts of Africa. Currently now it's really only South Africa, Morocco, Egypt, Kenya to some extent, who are really focused on manufacturing of automotive parts and assembling. And the purpose around the IATF now is to encourage those companies who would like to look at manufacturing in other parts of Africa to also participate and to benefit in that way.
Certainly. I've always believed, I'm not in the automotive sector myself, but I've always believed that manufacturing of spares and accessories is quite a huge opportunity as well. So thank you very much for sharing.
It's a big opportunity, Chad, and I think just to expand and say it all starts with political will. So I know that the stakeholders who we're working with are really working closely with governments, because governments set the tone, they set the scene for incentives, they set the scene for investments in the automotive space, and it's big investments, so some of the assemblers who are involved in the IATF this year, Isuzu, Volkswagen, Toyota, Nissan, they are looking for new markets, and it's big investment that they make when they do start new assembly plants. So I think they look to governments, and that's why many governments have been invited to attend the automotive sector at IATF as well. Heads of state, heads of trade and investment and trade and industry ministers, because that's where it all starts. It starts with the political will to start a new industry, so to speak, in an African country.
Certainly. What are some of the specific value-adding features of exhibiting?
So we have a range of companies taking part in the exhibition, in the automotive exhibition at IATF. And it's an opportunity for those organizations to network, to showcase who they are, to attending governments, attending heads of state, attending automotive companies. So it's really the opportunity to showcase themselves and their capabilities. And we have many organizations taking part in the exhibition. Of course, they also have access to the formal B2B and B2G diary opportunities. So those organizations will also schedule formal appointments with whoever they see as important to meet with formally at the IATF. But I think the networking and showcasing of their capabilities is probably the key reason why organizations are taking part in the automotive exhibition.
What are the key things that participants need to know next?
So I suppose there's been lots of talk about the IATF. The IATF stakeholders have had many sessions, many functions in I think almost every African country. But now we have got just a short period of time to go before the actual Intra-African Trade Fair, the actual mother event, if you want to call it that, takes place in Durban. And so I suppose the thing to know now is if you are in the automotive space, or if you would like to play in the automotive space, make sure that you have diarized to be in Durban in South Africa from the 15th to 21st of November. Those are the dates of the show. Plan your trip. You know, COVID is still around, so lots of precautions are still being taken. Certain countries require visas, travel arrangements, COVID regulations. But I suppose if you really want to be there, which we would encourage anybody in the automotive space to consider, then that's the most important thing at this stage, is to make arrangements to be at the Intra-African Trade Fair come November in Durban, South Africa.
Certainly, and looking forward to seeing you as well in Durban. What are the key things? How significant is the African Free Trade Agreement, and why?
So the African Free Trade Agreement is very significant. It came into effect on the 1st of January this year, 2021, and it really allows the movement of goods and services freely within Africa. So from the automotive perspective, if you're talking logistics and you're talking setting up of regional value chains where you may need to move components or vehicles or products from one country to another, if it's being done regionally, then it has a profound effect on reducing costs and import tariffs now that there are none being with the African Free Trade Agreement. So it is a significant agreement, and it is the main theme also for the Intra-African Trade Fair this year.
I'm looking forward to a better Africa with the AFCFTA in place. So thank you very much for sharing. Lastly, tell us more about the Automotive Forum in Durban.
So the Automotive Forum is the term given to a 2-day conference which will take place focusing on the automotive sector. It takes place on the 16th and 17th of November within the automotive venue at the IATF. And it starts off with a very significant roundtable discussion between heads of state. So we're hoping to have a couple of heads of state, industry leaders, CEOs, key stakeholders to share the opportunity for Africa. And then we have probably around about 600 delegates who have booked to participate in the Automotive Forum over the 2 days. And it leads then off into 6 different themes or topics, all with professionals and leaders in their field. So topics such as development of regional value chains, skills development, policy, vehicle safety, sustainability, infrastructure, all the relevant topics which are important to put in place when one considers the expansion of the automotive sector into Africa. So we've had a very good response. We've had high-level delegations who have booked for the forum, and it'll be an opportunity for all those in the sector to hear about the plans and the vision for expanding into Africa. We have the AIDC, Automotive Industry Development Center in the Eastern Cape province of South Africa, who's one of the sponsors, and they'll be sharing on their mandate to pitch themselves as an investment destination for the automotive sector in Africa. And I think that's what many organizations will be looking to do at the forum, is share the potential that they have to host the automotive sector, to start an industry for the automotive sector in their country, or if it's already there, to expand it and to grow on that mandate. So that's the forum over 2 days taking place at the IATF.
Thank you very much for sharing. I can see that it's a knowledge and opportunities exchange platform. So thank you very much for sharing.
We're also working closely with the AAAM, the African Association of Automotive Manufacturers. And they are a relatively new association that is focused on developing the automotive sector in Africa. So the AAAM is predominantly running the Automotive Forum side of things. And really, they are an exciting association that is driving the new opportunity for the automotive sector into Africa.
My business is growing. Thanks to Advocado Africa, digital marketing is the way to go. I get to know what my customers want and how they feel in real time. Besides, I choose how much to spend. I feel in control. If you want to take control of your marketing, contact Advocado Africa now. visit www.advocadoafrica. Advocado Africa. We mind your business.
Africa is a continent full of potential, but potential means nothing if we don't take action to create value. Let us take action. Thank you for listening to this episode. Don't forget to post and share this episode on your social media platforms. It will help us reach our mission of sharing knowledge about intra-Africa trade and making it available to as many people as possible. Let us grow our continent. We can go far, fast, together. If you can please leave a review on our podcast page or on Apple Podcasts. See you next time.